Hi, this is John Wenzel, co-founder of Archvest Wealth Advisors, and today I want to talk to you about the recent legislation updates with regards to Social Security. In particular, this has to do with two well-known strategies with Social Security as part of planning purposes that we've utilized, which is known as File-And-Suspend, as well as the restricted application. With regards to these two well-known strategies, a bigger piece has come into place which potentially phases out these strategies and/or significantly reduces the impact it would have for retirement planning purposes. So today I want to just give you a broad overview of some of those key points that the legislation now has caused for a change with regards to these strategies. To get a better understanding of these two strategies by themselves and how they work with regards to your potential plan, take a look at our other videos. We have one on File and Suspend, the other video dedicated to the restricted application and what that means for you. Of course, before I go into the key points, I would highly encourage you to speak with any tax professional and/or financial planner to reaffirm the best strategy for you. Okay, so with that being said, let's go into some of the key points for the legislation change. Okay, so with regards to these rules, basically with the legislation change, this doesn't eliminate the possibility of utilizing the File and Suspend or restricted application for all, but it does eliminate the strategy or significantly reduce the strategy for most. There is a 6-month kind of grandfathered and/or phased-in period, which effectively will go until May 1st, 2016 for those over a certain age that will be able to utilize the File and Suspend strategy and/or claim the restricted application strategy, but that is a 6-month window period in time. In addition, for those individuals that were utilizing the File and Suspend strategy, that strategy has been significantly hampered down. So what does that mean is you'll still have the ability to suspend your benefits, but where before, when you filed and then suspended, you opened the door for dependents and/or your spouse and/or child dependents to utilize and claim your benefit or benefit that would be available to them. Now, when you suspend your benefit, that additional window or door that would have been opened is now closed. So when your benefit is suspended, it's suspended for all individuals. Okay, so that's a key takeaway on the File and Suspend rules and a significant change from a planning perspective. So another key takeaway with regards to the File and Suspend strategy is that if you turn the age of 66 before that estimated deadline of rolling where the legislation's rolled out is roughly May 1st, 2016, you still will have the ability to utilize the File and Suspend strategy, so it hasn't gone away. Also, key takeaway for individuals that are currently utilizing those strategies, which were utilized prior to this legislation change, you are grandfathered in, so there's nothing to worry about for you from that perspective. In addition, if you utilize this File and Suspend strategy and you select that strategy before the May 1st deadline, you still will retain the ability to utilize the call, what I like to call that call feature, where you could request for lump sum, say you get a terminal illness or something of that nature, you'll be able to select your benefits or get your benefits via a lump sum. However, of course, that would be in lieu of the additional credits you would have been getting on your Social Security benefits. So I dive a little bit deeper into what that call feature is on the File and Suspend video, so I would also encourage you to take a look at that video as well. So the other caveat to this rule is the age of 62, and that's if you turn 62 prior to the end of 2015 or you turn 62 post basically after 2015, December 31st, 2015. So if you turn 62 before the end of 2015, you'll have the ability to grab and/or utilize the benefit, that spousal benefit, if your spouse has utilized the File and Suspend feature or strategy before the May 1st, 2016 deadline, and/or they are currently claiming Social Security. Again, that's if you have turned 62 before the end of 2015. For those of you that turned 62 January 1, 2016 and beyond, what this means is you'll be subject to what are known as the deeming rules through age 70. So what does that mean? When Social Security is looking at your ability for benefits, they will look at your benefit, they will look at any spousal benefits you may be entitled to. Well, where before you could potentially utilize a restricted application strategy and or collect the spousal benefit at your full retirement age and or utilize the file and suspend for another spouse. Now, if you're going to file for your own Social Security benefit, what Social Security office will do now is looking at your spousal benefit and your own personal record benefit, and then we'll give you the higher of the two. This, for most individuals, especially if both are working, this will mean oftentimes your record is going to be the higher of the two versus your spousal record versus your own personal record. With that being the case, you'll oftentimes default to your own personal record and you won't get paid on the spousal side. Now, of course, you'll get the higher of the two, and that's always been true with Social Security, but this is where the restricted app strategy could have come into play and now won't be able to come into play, especially if you were at full retirement age. That's when you would have been able to utilize the restricted app strategy. So again, tough news to hear as part of the budget being passed. This was added in, and it's definitely made an extreme change for some when it comes to retirement planning and projections. So I would highly encourage you to speak with a financial advisor and or a tax professional. Make sure you're utilizing the best strategy for yourself. Again, it goes back to those whenever you were born, when it goes back to either you're turning age 62 before the end of this year or 62 after. The rules have changed, and also your ability, whether you wanted to do that file and suspend, that has been altered. You can still, say at 62 you wanted to receive your benefit, you can still do that, and then say at 66 you decided you wanted to suspend your benefit so that you could get additional credits until age 70. You could still do that, but oftentimes we find individuals that need to claim Social Security at 62 really can't afford to suspend their benefit at 66. So even though this file and suspend strategy, which was a great feature and or strategy for individuals, has pretty much been phased out, it still may be applicable to some. So I would highly encourage you to seek some professional counsel and or advice. Feel free to contact us as well, and we can talk you through what may be the best strategy for you. So again, I hope this video was helpful. I know there was a lot of detail in it. This legislation, as most, is complicated. Really, you want to look at this on a case-by-case basis and see how it may affect you. So again, we would encourage you to contact us, and I just want to thank you for watching today.